I thought I had found my new favorite travel slider, y'all. But unfortunately, I'm gonna be returning it. Let me explain why. 2 years ago, I was in search of a budget-friendly travel slider, both for professional production work and leisure. Just for context, I already own a 27-inch Rhino slider as my main slider, but on instances when I need to go super minimal, I was looking for a slider that is more compact and at the same time carry most of the features my main slider has. I found the GVM Slider Mini, and though it was decent, I was not completely happy with it. I'll leave the review in the end card if you guys want to see the full review. So a few months ago I bought the Smarta Slider Mini version 2, and in this episode we're going to take a look at the same 3 features we used to review the GVM Slider Mini. Basically, the features that are most important to me, which are slider smoothness, whether the time-lapse feature of the slider works, and the auto loop to be used in an interview setting. On each of these, what I'm gonna do is show you guys the test shots first, then give you my honest opinion on how this slider performed. But before we dive into that, let's do a quick unboxing first, and then I'll give you a quick rundown on how to operate this slider. In the box, we have the slider itself, a user's manual, a warranty card, a panning quick release system, a couple of rubber washers, shutter release cables for Sony and Canon, and a USB-C cable for charging. To turn the slider on, you have to hold this button right here. It will then beep and show you how much charge you have via the battery indicator. To operate this, you can control it using the Smarta app. In here you can adjust the speed and use different slider presets for both the slide and the time-lapse. One of the things I absolutely love about the slider is, as far as controlling the slide, is that you can also do a quick left and right movement by pressing the same power button. 2 quick presses will give you a slide right, and 3 quick presses will give you a slide left. This is extremely useful and saves so much time because you don't have to connect to a remote or an app to get a quick shot. I've used many sliders from different brands before, and this is the first one that actually has this feature. So I'm not gonna go over payload, battery runtime and all that. All that can be found in their website. Instead, what I'm gonna do is provide you guys with a lot more test shots because I think that is more useful. So without further ado, let's take a look at how smooth the motion of the slider is. As you can see, it's pretty smooth, there's no jitter, and the motor is also powerful enough to do an angled or vertical slide, which can be used to fake a jib shot. My more expensive slider can't even do this, so that's definitely a point for Smarta. The only thing for me is I wish this slider had a faster top speed. At times I wanted the slide to look faster so it's more noticeable. I actually sped up some of my shots to highlight the camera movement more. Another way to work around this is to have an object or a texture closer to your lens in the foreground. Doing so will give you a more pronounced parallax effect and therefore give you a more noticeable motion in your shots. Alright, next, let's take a look at the time-lapse feature. Adding motion to your time lapses can increase the production value of your videos. That is why this feature is important to me, and as you can see, you can get great looking motion time lapses using this slider. Just a couple of things to note though. 1. Make sure to bring a portable charger when shooting long hours. I was shooting for a long period of time on a cold day, and the battery died faster because of the cold. And unlike the GVM Slider Mini where you can swap batteries, this slider's battery is internal, so you don't really have that option. And second, if you are a GH5 shooter, they did not include a cable for Panasonic cameras. Thankfully I already own a Panasonic cable from my other sliders, so I didn't really have to buy one. But I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to see what it looks like or if you need to purchase one. So far I've been positive with my assessment of this slider, because as you can see, the test shots speak for itself. However, this slider do have some flaws, and it has one major one that ultimately led me to return this slider. Let's start with the minor ones first. Since the slider is super light, the camera with the slider tends to tip over if the weight of the camera is leaning more to the side. So for low angle shots and table shots, if your camera is front heavy, you are gonna need to hold the slider to stop it from tipping over, which can introduce unwanted movement. Another one is when you turn the slider on, it makes a sound. However, when you turn it off, there's no audio prompt. So when you're outside, you kinda have to cover the battery indicator to make sure it's off, which can be hard to see at times in a bright day. A big one though is, at times the slider jams. It would move for about an inch or less and stop. At first I thought it was a user mistake, but it happened to me multiple times. This is actually my second unit. I returned the first one that I bought and got it replaced, just to make sure I did not get a bad copy. I did reach out to their team about this, and this is what they said. Unfortunately, this glitch happened again with the unit they've sent me. So I followed their supposed fix, and this is what happened. The slider completely broke, and if you were wondering why I did not do a test shot for the interview setting, this is the reason why. I'm guessing the carriage slipped off the gear belt or something, because now there's no tension when you move the carriage at all. The jam happened multiple times when I moved from location to location, which leads me to believe that this slider is extremely fragile. Which kinda sucks because I really wanted to like this slider. The type of shots I got looked really dope when it worked. The motion of it is smooth, and the size and weight would have made this a great tool on cases when I need to go minimal. I'm hoping that it was just the copies that I got that were faulty. I'm really hoping this is just a QC issue. And if you guys are thinking of getting this, I hope you guys do have a different experience. But for me personally, I'm passing on this for now. I mean, 242 faulty units doesn't really inspire trust. I don't know, maybe I'll check out the next version in the future. Alright y'all, that's it for me. I hope this video was useful to you guys. And if it did provide value, I would appreciate if you guys like and subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.